Can you hear me? Can you hear me okay?
Yes. Can you hear me?
Nod? Yes? Lisa, can you hear me? Excellent.
I can hear you.
So we're going to try to grab some people. This segment is called Shawna on the Street. I'm like your reporter on the street. So let's see if Kelly, come and say hi to the at-home people. Right over here.
Hey, Kelly.
So tell them who you are.
Hi. Well, I know it's Lisa and Bruce, right? And who else is on the screen? Hi, guys. It's Kelly with BEMA. So glad that you guys could join us. We miss you in person and can't wait to connect with you soon.
What was your biggest takeaway from Duncan?
Just his energy. It was so fun to have him kick off our meeting and talk about innovation and just how to think differently and get out of our box.
I'm going to definitely change some things about how I schedule time in to do nothing but be creative.
Absolutely. I think
It's fantastic. It was fantastic. Okay.
Anyways, miss you guys.
Thanks. Okay. Let's see. Can I borrow you for a second? I've got the at-home group here on camera. And who are you?
Ben Rucker with CRB.
Cool. We're
Hi,
just trying to
Ben.
recreate the hallway discussions that they would have if they were here. So what did you think of Duncan?
I thought he was awesome. Very, very fresh and new. Brought some strategies that our rule-driven engineering firm could really use. So,
Yeah, it's true. And I think it's going to change my personal life a little bit too. And
absolutely, yeah. I mean, just the way thinking about having the kids here in Marco Island, and then it was just a few years ago we were in Vail and talking about the difference in the way they looked and the pictures. I could visualize all those things, so it's happening so fast. Snap of a finger, it'll be gone.
yeah, my youngest is going off to college in the fall. So that really resonated with me. You know.
Yep, and my kids were thinking about college. I wish they would have been here to hear this speech, because that would have been good for them. You know.
Yeah,
they're at that
exactly.
age. So
Yeah, they're both Gen Zs, my kids. And so, my daughter is just like his daughter. She wants to work for a company that has purpose. And I really believe that hiring is going to be a big challenge.
yeah, they don't care about money. That is for sure. And it's
Weird, huh?
completely weird. I don't get it at all. Now that they're starting to get some summer jobs, they have some money and they're excited about having money, but still they could take it or leave it tomorrow.
Yeah, my son cares nothing about money. It's so weird. I don't know whose spawn he is, but he's not mine.
Yeah, no, I hear it.
Thank you, Benjamin. I appreciate you stopping by and saying hi to everybody. Okay, so we are going to give you guys time to go take a quick break before the next session starts. So thanks for joining me. You're going to be taken back out to the schedule. So go, and when you're ready, click on the next session and we'll There have been some amazing sessions this morning. So thank you for joining us virtually. And I am going to grab some key people as well as some attendees who were in the audience live to just get their insights into their experience and what they thought of the different sessions. And I spot Marky with the Women's Bakery, and I really want to get her 2 cents worth following all of that. But I'm going to go over and I'm going to grab this gentleman. Eric, can I bother you for a second? So I just found this gentleman hanging out, so he's my first victim. Eric, this is the at-home audience who's watching the conference virtually, so just tell them who you are.
I'm Eric Cruz. I'm with Peerless.
And what did you think of the morning so far?
Oh, it's great. Went through BEMA Intel and talked about some of the tools that are available to the members and how they can help our businesses.
Do you use BEMA Intel?
Oh, yeah. We've been using it for about a year now.
Oh, fantastic. And the best part of it?
It confirms the feedback you're getting from your salespeople and your customer-facing groups and helps you make the right decisions.
And if something's a little off in what you're thinking, then you can go to the Intel and see why.
It gives you an idea of where you need to take a deeper dive to better understand the data that you're seeing.
And then we had the Women's Bakery, which was amazing. I see, I hope Marky didn't leave because I really want to talk with her. That was fantastic, seeing the people who are actually making that happen.
Oh yeah, I mean it gives you, again, feedback on where some of the things that we sponsor and how it's helping the rest of the world, and giving back is always an important part of this industry.
That was very cool. And lastly, the panel that we just heard, what was your biggest takeaway from that?
Supply chain issues are going to be here for a bit. We're going to have to be creative in what we're doing. Automation is going to be key to keeping the baking industry running for a bit.
And as far as hiring, are you struggling with your company as well?
It's certain positions are tougher than others, but again, we are evaluating whatever we need to do to keep the business going.
Definitely the next normal. Thank you, Eric, for joining us with our at-home crowd. Thanks a bunch. Appreciate you. I'm going to try to find Marky. I think she disappeared on me while I was talking with Eric, but let me see who else I might lure into talking with me. Can you gentlemen join me to say hi to the at-home group?
The at-home group?
Yeah. Come on over. Come on, join me. So this is our at-home group. Say hi and tell them who you are.
Hi, y'all. I am Mike Scouten with Stewart Systems out of Plano, Texas. That's the reason for the y'all. Really glad to be here. Wish you were here in person. So next year, please be here in person.
What's the highlight of the conference for you so far?
I think it's just a great setting, but it's always networking, and so it's much easier to network in person. So while you're visual and you're seeing some of this, all of the people that you meet and get to interact with and actually meet on a personal level is really the highlight.
Did you golf?
I did not.
Did you go to the event last night?
I did.
Are you going to the event tonight?
I am.
Will there be shenanigans?
Always there's shenanigans.
Thank you. And what was your biggest takeaway from this morning? Something you're going to do differently, maybe?
Not differently, but the BEMA Intel, I'm gonna look at. I've been looking at it, but I'm gonna just make sure that we do that more in depth. And I already did share the link with some other people in our office and some of our other companies. So. And
your biggest challenge for the next year, is it aligning with what the panel said as far as retention of workers, hiring of workers, and supply chain issues?
We've had some supply chain issues, so they're very limited. So we're do a good balance between all our companies, just sharing information and talking about that every 2 weeks or so. So we've limited a lot of that, but you can't tell what's next. That's the thing, is like something that's normal today, 2 weeks from now, that's your problem. So there's no prediction.
Definitely the next normal. And what's your biggest thing that you're most optimistic about for the upcoming year?
For the upcoming year, I'm waiting for certain places that have been closed, Europe and some other places, Southeast Asia, for our team to be able to travel and interact with customers again, because we haven't been able to be face to face. So
thank you.
Zoom is great, but
it's not that great.
It's not that great.
It's great, but it's not that great. It's not the same, right?
It's not the same.
Thank you for letting me interrupt your conversation. I'm going to talk with this gentleman
All
next.
right,
Thank you
so much.
So now you don't have a name badge, so tell us who you are.
Joe Mashanakaki.
Are you telling the truth or are you pulling my leg?
I'm pulling your leg.
I thought so. I didn't want to laugh. Tell us your real name.
Mike Goody.
And Mike, who are you with?
I'm with the Sosslin Publishing Company.
Cool. Tell us what you do and where people can find out more information about what you do.
Well, we are publishers for the grain-based foods industry and are celebrating our 100th year.
Very cool.
And you can find out about us by going to bakingbusiness.com, which 85,000 unique people do every month.
Very cool. And so what brought you to this conference?
I've been attending BEMA for almost 40 years.
I'm a first-timer, so.
Yep. And when I started at BEMA, magazine publishers weren't allowed to be members.
Scandalous.
It was scandalous, and so we got that corrected, and ultimately was allowed to be on the board, and I'm a past president.
Oh, very cool. Very cool. Yeah, that's you're the voice of the industry in a lot of ways, so you should absolutely be involved to get the pulse of it every year.
Right, and everybody that either saw it live or via the Zoom saw Josh Sosland on the panel today talking about BEMA Intel, and we've been very active in that and look forward to being a big part of that in the future too. So we feel like we've kind of been the voice of the industry, but also the voice of BEMA.
Very cool. And as far as tonight, will you be walking the red carpet in a tux?
Yes,
And who will you be wearing?
I will be wearing probably. It's an old brand that I'm not even sure exists anymore.
I just had to ask.
But thankfully, it fits my tux.
And are you? Congratulations. And are you?
Huntington Clothiers.
Huntington. Shout out to Huntington Clothiers. He'll be on the red carpet wearing Huntington. Thank you for letting me interrupt you as well today. And it was great talking to you. And thanks for your service to BEMA.
Yeah, take care. Thank you.
Thanks. You too. So that's it. Go ahead and
If you
take a
don't
break.
mind, could you take the conversations out of this room?
We're being kicked out of the room because
We
they need to
love
turn
you
it over for
talking,
lunch.
but-
So we will see you at the next session and then stick around
night.
afterward for a
Thanks.
few more interviews before we close out today. Thanks. Still on? We'll keep dancing. We'll keep dancing till they turn us off. Whatever it takes, right? I'm doing whatever it takes to keep you guys engaged. We'll see you. Am I still live? Okay, hi everyone. I was able to track down Madeline from the Women's Bakery. She was up on stage earlier with Marky, the founder, and I interrupted her lunch to bring her over to say hi to you because I know it's not exciting to watch people eating. So, Madeline, say hi.
Hi, everyone.
And I just have to say, you are with child.
Yes, I am. Due in October.
Oh, good. My first one was born in October. So, enjoying the heat, are you?
It's a little hot here, but the AC inside is nice and cool.
Good. So, do you have any interesting, insider info that we can share with the at-home people that these people didn't get to hear
Oh, about the women's bakery.
about the Women's Bakery?
All right, yeah. So I know many people heard from Tessa Sony today.
That was amazing, by the way, all the way from Rwanda.
Oh, yes, she did such a great job. So when she called in, it was actually 3:45 p.m. in the afternoon for her. When we did our tech check, she called in at 9:45 p.m. So she's
Yeah.
a p.m. Yep. So she's a real trooper to be with.
Aw,
Be with us.
fantastic.
Yeah, so some more exciting information about the One Bread Project, which Tessa shared a little bit about, which is the school feeding program that the Women's Bakery has launched. And so we launched this program originally with a grant from the Abbott Fund. And we served over 3,000 kids over the last year. Every single day they received bread.
That is fantastic.
Yeah, we're so excited. We're expanding the program now and inviting other funders in to actually.
Hint, hint.
Yes, actually, and I'm sure everybody heard, but for just $25, you can actually fund daily bread for a child for the whole year.
That is ridiculously inexpensive to an American or a European.
Absolutely. So one of the new schools we're actually really focused on is the UNHCR refugee schools that are located. There are several large refugee camps in Rwanda, and so we're actually really hoping to partner with UNHCR starting in the fall for some of their schools. So that's pretty exciting for us.
Well, you've moved me to become a contributor, so I'm going to join. I'm just dying to learn more about it too, so I took your brochure and so forth. Where can they learn more?
Absolutely. So people can jump online at womensbakery.com. And of course, I think my contact information is available through the BEMA site as well. I'm Madeline at womensbakery.com. And people are always able to hop on social media, of course, at Women's Bakery and at Women's Bakery Rwanda. You can find us on Facebook and Instagram and occasionally on Twitter.
And so they can reach out to you. You work with businesses who want to become supporters as well as individuals. They can reach out to you for anything that they want to get involved. They can absolutely do that.
Absolutely. We do have a number of individuals who support us, and we also have corporate sponsors. So I think one of the exciting parts is that there are actually a lot of BEMA members where we have, say, the company supports us, but then we have individuals at that company who also support the Women's Bakery. So, and every single gift level, it makes a difference.
And this is a nonprofit based in the U.S., so it's a tax. Talk to your CPA. I'm not licensed, but for me, it would be a tax write-off. I mean, why wouldn't you do that?
Yeah, absolutely. And you feel so great about it, and you get to follow us and see the impact that your dollars are having.
I'll absolutely be doing that. And did I hear beforehand, I'm not sure if they set it up on stage, but the bread is extra enriched because of vitamin deficiencies of children and adults really in the area.
Yeah, so our most popular piece of bread is actually the tresse. So it's about this big, sort of like a little bit bigger than a hot dog bun. And it contains between 7 and 9 grams of protein. And we naturally fortify it using milk and eggs.
Oh, that's fantastic. I am so glad to know that and be able to pass that along because it's extra good. It's good for them. It's good for us to be able to give and be able to support. So thank you for letting me interrupt your lunch. We are about to get started, so go back and finish your meal. I know baby needs it. So thank you, Madeline. I appreciate you.
Thanks, everyone.
Okay, guys, we are just minutes from getting started. I see the group lining up, ready to join the panel. So I am going to bow out right now and go off mic and let you enjoy the upcoming session. Thanks.
Sure.
Say hi to the AtHome crowd.
Oh, sure.
Thank you. Just say hi to the AtHome crowd. I'll ask you some questions. Okay. Are we good? We're good. Hi. Last time, Shawna Suckow here being the virtual MC for everybody at home. We hope you enjoyed today. I have 2 more victims with me who I have grabbed from their networking to say hi to you. Eric, tell us about you. Who are you?
Hi, I'm Eric Riggle. I am the president of Rademacher USA and run the North American operations. We're a company that manufactures capital equipment for products like tortillas, croissants, Danish pastries, donuts, all the really good things. That's the reason I look like this.
How are you? I am Nick Magistrelli, the Vice President of Sales of Rademacher USA. Enjoying a great week here at BEMA. It's 2 years since we've been together, and it's great to get back together and have all fun and a bunch of great conversations.
What's the best thing about being here live as opposed to being at home?
You have to see people. I mean, it's the relationships that we've tried it over Zoom or Teams, and it's just such a deeper connection when you're face to face.
Yeah, it's interesting. You have all these Zooms and Teams calls. What we do in 4 days here to encapsulate all the information that we've received, all the conversations we had. I mean, it would take months to get it all. So it's a little overwhelming, but it's fun.
Those conversations about what you learned and what you've heard and who you met, those are really critical, and you can't really replicate those at home.
Absolutely, 100% right.
100% true.
That's what I've missed. Thank you, gentlemen, for letting me pull you aside and for saying hi to everybody.
Hey, everybody.
Thank you very much.
In San Diego.
Weather's terrible here.
They're lying, totally lying. Let me see who else I might be able to round up. Come with me. Gentlemen, can I get you to say hi to our at-home audience for just a moment? Come with me for just a quick couple seconds. They always say yes. You guys are so nice. Everybody says yes. Thank you. Just tell them who you are.
Paul Rainey with Flowers Foods.
Great. Heard from you earlier.
Yeah, Kurt Miller, J&K Ingredients.
And what's the best part of the conference for you so far?
A lot of fun getting to see people that I already knew and meeting new people, and the content. It's been great.
Yeah, it's good to get everybody back together again. It's been a while, so being this is the first big event in our industry, it's important, and I think you can see it with a lot of the energy that's here.
And what's one change you're going to make when you get back to work after having been here and hearing what you've heard and learning what you've learned?
Maybe some of the ways that I hold meetings from what we learned from the first day, some of the questions that we ask, and the way we approach some of our projects.
Yeah, I think on Duncan, on the keynote, on how to kind of open your mind up and think big and think positive.
Fantastic. And generally, one word, how are you feeling about 2021 when you get back to work?
Great.
Positive. Go forward.
Good. That's so good to hear. Good on the optimism. Thank you both for letting me pull you aside and for saying hi to the at-home crowd. Thank you. On to the golf course, they said. Oh, that's just brutal for all of you at home, isn't it? I'm so sorry he had to end with that. I don't see any other people in my area, so I'm going to sign off and say thank you so much for staying with us and for joining virtually when you couldn't be here, and we hope to see you next year in San Diego.